Hello everybody, this is Danny
And Wanda.
from Deep South Homestead. What we want to talk to you today about is about getting your firewood on the property. Now, what we've decided to do here at Deep South Homestead, I mentioned on porch time, is an alternative to us being able to cut firewood. And that is, we bought a chainsaw here, the Ego chainsaw. Now, this particular chainsaw is an electric one. It's a 56 volt. It's not a very big one because we didn't want to spend a lot of money not knowing whether or not this was going to be a good idea or not. But there's a lot of safety features about this one. If the chain brake is forward, it won't do anything. It won't, I mean, there's no risk of getting cut. So there's a good safety factor with that. It's got the 14-inch bar on this saw. You do have to put the oil in it. It does not require any tools to tighten the chain up or anything like that. There is one screw right in here that's a screwdriver screw if you want to keep a screwdriver with you. But other than that, it just takes a little oil right here in the oil tank. Doesn't take any gas. Guys, there's no noise with this. There's no smelling of the gas fumes. There's not that racket. There's not the vibration.
And it's not that heavy.
It's light. It's not very heavy at all. So it has a lot of pluses. Now it has the lithium battery in it. That's the weight of the saw right here, is the lithium battery that's in it. It's not one of the bigger, long-running saws because at this point, I don't know that I could stay out here for an hour and something with a saw that just kept running. So we decided to buy the small one here just to see how it does. And if it works out pretty good, maybe in the future we may consider getting one that runs a lot better. Or either just buying another battery for this one.
And this one runs approximately
I haven't ran this
20
one.
to 30 minutes maybe?
I haven't ran this one through its full cycle yet, but I'm thinking 30, maybe 45 minutes at the most.
No, we won't last that long.
I'm not going to last that long. Yeah, not in this heat anyway. But I'm going to give a little bit of a demonstration with it first and show you a little bit about it cutting, and then I'm going to let Wanda cut with it and show you that it's really a simple thing to use. Even the women can use them. It was just some safety this watch. Now you have to be careful not to let the tip of the bar get in the wood and kick back on you and stuff like that. But it's really a handy thing to have on a homestead. Now I've already cut down some pretty good sized trees with it. I've cut some 16-inch trees with it. Works perfectly fine, just like a gas chainsaw. You just don't have all the racket and the noise and the vibration and all this with it. So I'm going to flip it off, the chain brake off, and I want you to watch this now. This is about the length of firewood that we cut right here. We like this smaller diameter because it doesn't require a lot of busting. You don't have to worry about running out of gas. When the battery goes dead, take a break, charge it up. It takes about 2 hours to charge it. And that's basically all there is to it. That's all the noise that there is. Now I'm going to let Wanda use it. I'm going to let her cut a couple of pieces off here and show you that it's not that hard to use.
Okay, first off, I take
the chain brake off, yes.
Okay. Mash this in.
You'll mash that in with your thumb and then squeeze the trigger. And don't use the tip of the bar, use this part back here, closer to the saw.
Okay. Wow, my first piece of wood.
Ain't that nice?
And I did it.
Yeah.
Okay, so one more.
One more, cut you another one.
Okay.
All right, now.
Chain brake back on.
Chain brake back on for safety purposes. If you want to cut another one, take your chain brake off and
chain brake back on. Ladies, this is not bad right here. I can tell you, it doesn't weigh maybe what, 10 pounds?
maybe 10 pounds.
10 or 12, something like that.
Yeah.
I can cut my own firewood now, at least little pieces. I wouldn't want to go cut this tree down or something like this, but small pieces like this that we pick up in the woods, if Danny's down and he can't do anything, I can use this.
Yeah, and that's another thing we was telling y'all about in porch time. I was talking about equipment on the homestead. We have our tractor here, I told you, with the front end loader. We've got the forks on it here. We can just go over in the woods and pick up a bigger piece of wood, like these pieces of wood here. You bring them over. You don't have all this. You're not over like this trying to cut a piece of wood on the ground. You can lift these forks up to a comfortable height. Mm-hmm. They become like a set of sawhorses to you. You can just sit here and you can cut your wood. Very comfortable, guys. Let the equipment do the work for you.
And see, I can drive the tractor.
Yeah, she can drive the tractor. She can operate the lift system.
I can go collect wood, come back, saw it up, stack it in the building. And we're out here, but if we took the tractor by the building, all we've got to do would be stack it right there.
Plus, we also have the option, we can go in the woods, we can take this off and put the bucket back on it. We can go into the woods and we can cut the firewood right there in the woods and throw it in the bucket, drive the bucket right up to the woodshed and just load it waist height.
Right into the woodshed.
Pick the bucket up right here, just pick it up, set it in the woodshed like this right here. There's not all this bending over and straightening up or anything like that. It's very comfortable, very easy to do that. So you give the saw a thumbs up?
Hey, I give it 10 thumbs up. I like it.
You like it?
Yes. And I know it may not last as far as running all day long or cutting huge trees.
It's not designed for that.
But for women and men that can't handle a big chainsaw anymore, I've tried picking his big chainsaw up. There's no way I could sit and do this and hold it the length I've just been holding this one. I couldn't hold it 5 seconds without having to put it down. Now I've sat here and held this one and I can turn right around and go ahead and cut it. I don't have the wrist strength that most people have. My wrists are very,
to run a chainsaw, she's not sitting here trying to pull on something to crank it.
I can't crank it. But guys, this is pretty cool. One more time, just because. And watch your foot.
Nice, huh?
Yep.
Nice. Just that easy, guys.
And talk about.
And we don't have chaps on. I would advise, if you have never run chainsaws and stuff like that, wear the safety goggles, because wood chips can get in your eyes. If you've got a set of good chaps, it's good to wear the chaps. It's just a good safety thing, because I've good boots. I ran a chainsaw for 15 years of my life, every day, cutting 6 loads of logs a day. I've never been cut with a chainsaw. Not to say that I won't ever be cut with one, but on my jobs I have seen some bad cuts, and I've seen guys almost bleed to death because they got cut. So guys, it's always safety first. Always remember that, because once you're cut,
it's too late.
It's too late. It's just too late, because that chain, it can grab into your clothes, and as soon as it hits your clothes, it just pull right into you. Or you can be cutting, and the tip of that bar might hit a weed or a tree or something, and flip that chain right around on you, and cut you. Or a limb might have a bow in it, and kick it right back out into your leg or something like that. I've seen all that happen on the job before. God's been good to me. I've never even been nicked with one, and that come from 15 years every day of using one. So guys, safety, remember that.
And this is my first time ever cutting with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
First time ever, and I'm really liking this. We're gonna see if it makes a huge difference in our lives.
Yeah, I mean, you're sitting here, see, I'm just holding it out like this. I mean, it doesn't weigh that much. So now it's a cheap brand, It's a discontinued model, even on top of that. That's why we got it so cheap. But they're fixing to make the exact same saw with a longer lasting battery, simply because there's so much competition out there now. Steel has come out with some that's got like 360 hour run batteries or something like that. I mean, 360 amps, I'm sorry. This one's only 56 volts right here. It's not the big heavy duty ones. If you're looking for something that runs a lot longer, then this saw, it does have a new one coming on the market with a long life battery on it. But to find out what we was wanting to know, whether it would actually work for us, I'm not gonna go spend $500 to $1,000 for a saw if I don't know it's gonna work.
And we like this one. This one, so far, I like it. It's
I like
easy.
it.
We're gonna see how it does. We'll let you know during the winter how we're doing with it.
Yep.
And
I would advise to get a second battery with it, because we're probably
Yeah.
gonna have to. Now this battery does have a button on the back side of it here. If you want to know what the status of your battery is, if you punch that, it turns green if it's got a lot of life left in it. If it's red, then you know you need to do some recharging on it. The life is gone.
but I think we'll be when it
But
runs out. We're gonna be tired.
We're gonna be tired, and we're gonna be able to put it up and charge it anyway. So I think that it's gonna
think
work
we're
out
good.
fine. Make sure your chain brake's on.
It is. I saw you do it.
Yep.
So, thank you guys
Yeah. Thank y'all.
from Deep South Homestead.